Hello my beautiful honey bunches of oats. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the Rubik's Cube 3x3. I can't believe I'm doing this, but today I'm going to teach you all how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. By the way, I don't know what kind of cube this is. If someone knows about their cubing types, could you please inform me on what kind of cube? Cheddar. Can anyone please inform me on what type of cube this is? Because I don't know what kind of cube it is, and I'd really want to know. Also, I'm pretty sure it's positioned the wrong way, the centerpiece, but whatever. Cheddar, I swear to God. But I don't want to do this because there's way too many steps and explain how to solve a 3x3, and it's just weird. I'm going to teach you how to solve it anyway. Why did I do this? Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is get all of these white edge pieces, like this one right here. Edge piece is one that has only two colors on them. Take any piece that has white on it and attach it to the yellow center in any ways you can. So just attach all of them. Doesn't matter how you do it. Just attach all of them to the yellow part. And now that that's finished, let's take this one for example, and we want to align this white piece up with its corresponding center, like so this one. And now we move the entire thing down to match it up with the white face. Then you do that for each and every single one of them. And now you have your infamous white cross built right over here. Oh yeah, also by the way, in this tutorial I forgot to mention that the way to decide on where your corner pieces would go is based on the centers around it. So this has white, which means it goes in this layer. It also has green, which means it goes somewhere in between white and green and orange. So that means that this definitely has to go in here because all of its surrounding colors are white, green, and orange, and the corner piece has white, green, and orange. So that just proves that it's supposed to go right in there. I forgot this in the other tutorial, my bad. The very next step is doing the second layer, because this is beginner's method, by the way. So now you take a corner piece, which is a piece that has three colors on it, and then you just want to just move that into this slot by, so if it's facing towards the right, then move it above the slot, and then just take the whole thing up, move it in, and then put it back down, and now it's right in there. Same for this one, just move it up, put it in. And for this one, if it's facing towards you, what most people would do is that they would do a sexy move, which I explained in my 2x2 video, but in case you don't know, it's this. That is the sexy move. Now, the beginners would do this move constantly until it gets in there, but a faster method is that if it's at the top right here, instead just move it away, pull it up, and insert it in there. And now if it's, one second. Now, if it's facing towards the top and it's right above that, then you move it up, move it over twice, put it back down, and now it's in the side, and you can just put it in regularly. And now you have this whole bottom part completely solved. Make sure it's lined up with the centers, by the way. Next up, you want to solve these two, the second layer, this little belt right over here. You're going to want to solve that. So look at the top for any pieces that are not yellow. Like this piece. Wait, what? This piece over here does not have yellow on this side nor on this side. So firstly, you attach it over towards its center. And then we can see that it has a red and blue on it, which means it goes in between these two center pieces. So that means it's going towards the left. So because it's going to the left, then that means that we're moving this part to the right. And then, what you want to do here is do the left-handed sexy move. And then twist your cube over. And then just put this corner back in using the right-handed sexy move. And now it's right in there. And you repeat that Also, because it was going towards the left, we did the left one first. Like for this one again, line up with orange, it's going towards the left, so move it towards the right. So because it's going towards the left, we do the left-handed sexy move first, and then the right-handed one. However, if it's a different situation where you move it away from the color, and it has to be over towards the right, so now you do the right-handed sexy move first, and then tilt it, and then do the left one. And then that inserts it right in there. And then you just repeat this until you run into one of two cases. Either one where everything is solved just normally, like right over here, like the whole thing's solved, or you get unlucky and this happens, where now it's in the exact slot that it would normally be in, except that now it's flipped. Now you want to take any random piece, doesn't matter if it's yellow, blue, doesn't matter, take any random edge piece like this one, and just insert it in there. You should know how to insert the pieces in by now. You've been doing that for the past while. And then, if that goes in there, then whatever was there must be out. So now it's at the top layer. Now I can see it's right here, so we move it away, do the same thing. And now it's in there. Now our second layer is completely solved. Next up, we're going to want to do our final step, which is solve the third layer. Now let's say that you got unlucky and you don't have any yellow edges connecting towards the center, because what we're doing right now is that we need to solve the yellow cross, just like we did for the right one. Now let's say that you got unlucky and there's only a dot right here. Then you want to turn the face towards this way. Just turn the face like this, and then you just do the sexy move, and then you move it back, and now you're going to have an L shape. And if you had an L shape, then you make it so that this one's facing towards you and the other one's facing towards the right. And then you move that entire front layer. So basically you just do the front move, except that you're moving both of them. And now do the sexy move again, and move it back. And now you have your cross. And let's say that you had a line, then make sure that line is horizontal. So that means not like this is a no-go. You want it to be like this. And then you turn the face, do sexy move, move it back, and it's back again. Next up, you're going to want to make sure that each yellow edge is on the white spot. So try to make as many yellow edges lined up with the centers as you can. So you're going to have either either two of them line up or all of them line up. It's not possible to have none of them line up. So if you have this one lined up, you got one, not lined up, not lined up, and not lined up. If you only have one of them lined up, then just move it somewhere else to try to make something else be lined up, because that's not the one. So this is lined up, this is not lined up, this is not lined up, and this is not lined up. Let's look for a different one. This is lined up, this is also lined up, and this is not lined up. Now, if you have two of them lined up, and they are right next to each other, then make one of them at the back and another one at the side. And now you're going to want to do this algorithm that I had already introduced in my 2x2 video called tennis algorithm. But in case you haven't watched that, I'll still explain this. So you bring up your racket, you hit the ball, you bring down your racket, the ball goes over the net, you bring the racket back up, get ready to hit it, comes back fast, 1, 2, and then you smack it down. And this is also called soon, I believe. And now that you've done that, now all of them will be lined up. However, if you had a different case like this, if you have this case where this is lined up and this is also lined up and they are apart from each other, then you make one of them facing you, and then you do the exact same tennis algorithm. Bring up your racket, hit the ball, bring the racket down, ball goes over the net, bring the racket back up, and hit it, 1, 2, smacks down. And now you're going to make both of them, that's going to make both of them be together like this. And then you want to do the exact same thing, make one at the back, one at the side, do the exact same algorithm again. And now all of these are lined up. Your very next step is to make sure that all of the corners are in the correct spot. Doesn't matter if they're not oriented the right way, just make sure that they're in the correct spot overall. Oh, it turns out everyone's in the correct spot. This is in the right spot and orientation. This is in the right spot, right spot, right spot. And I don't want it to be like that because I want to actually teach you. So, I jumbled it up. So now make sure that all of these are all connected to their centerpieces. And now you're going to want to look at a random center and make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. And if it's not, that's not the center you're looking for. So once you find your center that's correct, and this is correct because I know that because if this were twisted, if this very same corner were twisted, then it would be in the correct spot. Because and also I noticed because it has yellow's up here, green's over here, and orange over here. So once you have that, make it so that it's at the top right, and then do this algorithm. And I call this the windmill. I don't think it actually has a name that I know of. So there's a couple bowls on the ground, and one of them blows air towards the left, and then he comes up. And this guy down here, he didn't like this. He blows air as well. Gets rid of his hat, comes up. He doesn't want any beef. He blows air, he gets his hat back, comes down, and now his hat's gone, so he gets that back and goes down. It's a weird way to say it. And now, usually, you're gonna have to do that multiple times, but if you get lucky, then all of them will be in the correct spots. And now that they're all in the correct spots, flip the entire thing upside down. And now, take one that's not in the correct spot, and then you just... Now this is very important, by the way. You mess this up, your cube's ruined. Don't mess this up. So you do the sexy move, and then you keep on doing it until that yellow piece is in the correct spot. And don't worry about everything else getting jumbled up. Just don't worry about that. It'll solve itself back. And now you want to do this one. Do not turn the entire cube over to do the next one. That messes stuff up. Just turn the whole layer and then do that one next. Just put it in there. And now this bottom one is the last one. And now, cube is solved. Congratulations. I did not want to do this. I am mentally disabled. Please help me. I'm living an eternal life of suffering, and I want to die. So anyways, that's it for my awesome video. I just taught you all how to solve the Rubik's Cube 3x3. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm going to tear this dang thing apart because I don't even know why I did this. I'm just going to freaking, applesauce, applesauce.